Nie! To jest... bez sensu! Dupa! Tą ucieczką. Bez sensu. To koniec. Jakie chamskie.
To have been brought this low by my own ungrateful child. I would expect such treatment from my brothers, but from you.
Nie. 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 Co jest? Co to jest? Nie, nie gram. Nie, nie.
How many times shall you make me do this?
Out of my damn way.
You know now what you're doing here is without any purpose whatsoever. Even if I don't slay you myself, you'll simply perish when you cross that threshold there. And yet you still persist.
I do. Besides, making these treks helps pass the time during the ongoing underworld renovations, and I'll be in tip-top shape once they're complete.
Would that we had a little more support. The renovations could have been complete by now. As ever, you think only of yourself. But if you must insist like this, then you will find me waiting for you once you get here. Every single time.
Every single time. Wkładamy teraz copula. To nieważne, to nieważne. Tak jest.
The world you seek out there, it's even crueler than the one you know. You'll never truly win.
There.
No, coś mówi takiego zawsze, że mi go szkoda, no mówię wam, no. No mówię wam, coś w tym jest, no patrzcie. On kontynuuje tą serię 3 pod rząd, zrobił to.
Oh, it's you.
I'm back, Mother.
So good to see you again, Zagreus. Since last you left, I couldn't help but think the worst about what happened after I had left. Or soon before. You mentioned Nyx. You don't suppose that she and Hades wanted me out of the way?
I just don't think that can be. Though let me ask you, how long did you know Father? And Nyx for that matter. Did they seem trustworthy?
Yes. I knew them long enough to have decided yes, that they were trustworthy. As much as anyone I've ever met. But I also know never to be trusting to a fault. I have to consider the possibility I was deceived.
Especially since neither of them is being forthcoming with me even now, right? And yet, I have this feeling something else is going on, Mother. The way that Father speaks of you, the way Nick speaks of you, I think they care for you.
Well, they have a funny way of showing it, I think. Your father, so you have to get through him each time you visit me?
No.
I do. Mother, what if Father thinks that he's protecting you? Have you considered that?
Protecting me? Why, Zacharias, what do you mean by that? As you can see, I can fend for myself.
Ciekawe, ale... A.
Well, you're from Olympus, aren't you? But the gods
No właśnie.
to know.
Może oni mi pomagają dlatego, żebym ja... Nie gadajcie, że tak by było. O kurde.
What? How would you know something like that? Zacharias? Ah, curse the fates. You're leaving me again.
O mój Boże, a jeśli oni nam... No właśnie, przecież ci bogowie, oni tacy niby mili, a tak naprawdę wiecie jak jest, ej. Kurczę. Co jeśli nas robią w konia cały czas?
Hold that thought, Mother.
Ja wiem, że on tu czeka.
You're not
Zobaczmy.
going to stop me.
Ah, but there you are, boy, finally. Despite my knowing you are always late for everything, here you've outdone yourself by quite some time.
Aż tak długo? Aż tak długo?
Oh, shut up and get your fork. And burn away that regal cape and let's get to this then. I'd no idea you had all these capes to spare. Must have a whole entire storage chamber full of them.
No tak, zawsze zrzuca tutaj, nie?
Your mockery of me may temporarily embolden you, but achieves nothing useful in the end.
Tak mówisz? Nie! Aj, wziął mnie. Ale to nic nie zmienia. Bo on pada.
How is this possible?
O. Jestem po prostu mocniejszy. Coraz mocniejszy. Te klocki.
Last,
No ale zawsze mi go jakoś szkoda. No zawsze mi go jakoś szkoda. No nic na to nie poradzę, no. No uzgodnimy.
My son.
It's me.
Son, I have to ask you, how much do you know about your relatives upon Olympus?
I think I know quite a bit by now. I've been in steady contact with Athena, Zeus, and other members of the family ever since I first left Father's house. They've been assisting me in getting here.
No. Zagreus, what have you done?
No
Let them
właśnie.
hear?
No, they think I'm trying to escape from Father so that I can join them on their mountaintop. At least I think that's what they think. Most of them anyway.
No, a jeśli oni są sprytniejsi niż ty, słuchaj?
But then, does Hades know of this? That Olympus is involved?
On wie.
He does. Both he and Nyx. In fact, it's Nyx who put me and Olympus into contact. I could never have broken free of the underworld if not for their help.
So Nyx and Hades are against each other then? And Olympus is helping you? But they don't know I'm here as far as you're aware.
That's right, more or less. Nyx and Father seem to put up with each other. Don't seem to have much of a choice. Though ever since I learned of you, Nyx has been helping me to find you, while Father's tried to stop me.
A co jeśli Nyx tylko po to nas tam wskrzesiła i tak nam pomogła, bezinteresownie właściwie, i nawet przekonała swoje córki do tego, żeby teraz tak naprawdę jak dorośniemy, jakoś nas wykorzystać w sensie, i dlatego pomaga, skontaktowała nas z tym Olimpem, wiecie o co chodzi, a tak naprawdę jedynym, który chce nas uchronić, jest Hades. To moja teoria od początku by się sprawdziła, że on jest jednak cool.
That fool. What was he thinking? What is he thinking? Do you suppose he thinks that he's protecting me from them? Oh no.
I think maybe he does think so indeed. Because now, having met my relatives upon Olympus, I can definitely see that they can be a bit vindictive about things.
No chyba, że od początku chodzi o Persefonę, no to wtedy zmieni się to troszkę.
Vindictiveness runs in the family, my son. Then if Olympus is involved, that would explain a lot. I'm here, not there with them, as you can see. But oh, it seems we'll have to speak some more when next you return.
Zdecydowanie będziemy musieli sobie jeszcze zamienić parę słów Persefon. Okej.
All right, this is it.
To think Olympus has been aiding you. You must be so grateful to them for their aid, without which none of this would have been possible.
Yeah, about that. Father, did you let Mother go because you feared Olympus would find out? And not respond well to the circumstances if they did?
Be grateful they have not found out as yet for all your meddling. You do not know them as well as you think. Ask yourself why she left Olympus and how. Or better yet, ask her.
Mówię wam, ten Hades, kurczę, ten Hades, ja cały czas mam jakieś takie z nim, nie też, że mi go szkoda pokonywać.
Well, she seems quite lovely, so knowing you, you probably tricked her into signing a pact to come join you or something. Since you weren't allowed on Olympus, why not have Olympus come to you?
Właśnie, że...
Ha! Surprisingly not distant from the truth. I took her, boy. I took her down with me. Is that what you wish to hear? Does that anger you? Come, bring forth that anger.
O, ale z nami pogrywa emocjonalne sztuczki.
No matter how many times you beat me, we're family. There's no escaping that.
O ja. Mocno tu poleciał.
You shall soon follow.
Yes.
No ale jak tak go się widzi, jak on tak umiera, to jednak... No dalej mi go szkoda, no. No dalej mi go szkoda.
Welcome back, my son.
Siema.
Made it, Mother.
I could not stand it on Olympus, Zagreus. The blustering, the posturing, my overbearing mother. None of it. I would have left the mountain voluntarily, except...
Except Father absconded with you, didn't he? Dragged you down with him into the underworld. So if Olympus were to find that out, I shudder to think of the consequences.
That fool is trying to protect me even now. It wasn't he who absconded with me, my son. And it's more complicated even than that. I was content to leave, willing to make my life within the underworld, with your father.
I dare not ask who did bring you to Father then. So essentially you ran away from home to live with him. I mean no disrespect, but did you realize what you were getting yourself into?
We have a tendency to be impetuous when we are younger, Zagreus. I heard all about your father before we met. Admired paintings of him. It was very awkward at first, but he had a bluntness I fancied. A sense of principle. I much preferred him to his brothers, I can tell you that.
So, then you secretly left Mount Olympus to be with the god of the dead in the underworld, and Olympus never found out. What do you suppose would happen if they did?
I think there would be war between Olympus and your father, Zagreus, if they found out. Especially now, after all this. And after all this time. They slew their parents once. If the Titans could be wiped from this world, so can we all.
So it makes sense. If Father, he agrees with you and thinks that leaving you in hiding here, that it's the only way he can prevent that war.
I can see how your father, shrewd but also single-minded as he was, might have followed such a line of reasoning as that. Oh, Zagreus. What have I done?
No.
Ha!
What have I done? I can't.
Ha!
Haven't you had enough?
So, boy, did you ask her about how she came to join me in the underworld? Did you confirm all your suspicions then?
You didn't drag her down to hell yourself, apparently. You're not going to tell me who did, though I can well imagine. Your brothers got to reign forever on Olympus while you got sent down into the underworld. So they gave you a consolation prize, didn't they?
Czekajcie, co? Kto zrobił... Nie powiesz mi, kto to zrobił, choć mogę sobie wyobrazić. Twoi bracia mogą rządzić po wsze czasy na Olimpie, podczas gdy ty zostajesz zesłany na dół podziemi. Daj ci nagrodę pocieszenia, czy nie?
You make such accusations knowing next to nothing. Careless as ever. Poseidon had nothing to do with it. He knows even less than you. If you value her existence or your own, it would be wise to keep it that way. And to turn back.
Dobra, mamy go, co? 7. raz! Mua!
Then go. See what awaits you in this realm.
Ale zawsze mi go musi być tak szkoda, ja nie wiem, co mi jest. Taki jest niemiły dla nas, a jakoś tak szkoda gościa jednak. Wydaje się jednak taki...
Take me home.
No, wydaje się taki jednak dobry. Jakbyśmy wtedy przychodzili.
I'm here, Mother.
Zagreus. It's wonderful to see you, but I need to ask something of you. That you not visit me again here in this place. Both for your safety and for mine.
For what? Because of what would happen if the Olympians found out? So, after everything, you're taking Father's side in all of this?
I am. Your father is no fool when it comes to matters such as this. Besides, all that has happened, it's my fault. I was selfish. And now both sides of our family threaten to be torn apart.
Your fault. So let's say you never left Olympus. Then it'd be just like you thought until quite recently, I think. That I'd never existed. Besides, they haven't found out any of this. What makes you so sure they will all of a sudden?
Nyx may be veiling you from them as she veiled me when I fled here myself. But even her own powers aren't infallible. Each time you visit me, you are incurring risk. One small slip, and they shall find me. Discover your deception. Go home, Zagreus. Please.
Go home with me, Mother. You came here under false pretenses. I haven't fought all this way over and over again only to turn back now. I need you in my life. How can you just turn me away like this?
Oho. Cóż za dramatyczna sytuacja.
Zagreus, I cannot return. After all that happened between Hades and me and everyone, I just cannot fathom the idea. Besides, the risks we're taking would be even greater if Olympus were to find me there with him and you.
Co? No przecież jak... What? Czego mieliby ją tam znaleźć, skoro... Nie trzeba... Co?
You're just going to stay here, alone in the middle of nowhere, in this little garden, forever. After we part ways, just like that.
My son, I know you've made hard choices and sacrifices to be here with me. And I'm forever grateful to have finally met you. This is my home now, yes. While your home is below. Please, if not for your sake, then for mine, do not return. I love you, Zagreus. Goodbye.
Just like this. Not like this.
I... Blast.
Not like this. Co, już niby nie mam tam biec?
She can't do this to me.
No, ja się nie poddam, już widzę.
Nice night, no?
She was the queen. Queen of the underworld. My queen. Commanding reverence and awe and fear. She was not just... what was the term you used? A consolation prize. You are as disrespectful to her as you are to me.
Oh, what would you even know? You claim so much respect for her, yet you didn't even respect her enough to tell her what happened after she left. But what am I saying? I know you love her still, Father. That best explains all the terrible choices you've made.
All the terrible choices I've made. By the time you have existed for as long as I have, pray you will have made fewer. Although I fear you shall surpass me in at least this one regard.
Nie ma opcji.
You cannot escape. None of us can. Are you yet satisfied?
Beautiful.
You're back?
Mother! You can't do this to me, Mother. You said Father is no fool, and neither are you. There has to be a way to fix this. Not just with you and Father, but with everyone. There has to be a way.
You have your father's stubbornness. Listen to me. You're endangering everything you care about by coming here. Don't you understand? Besides,
What? Besides what? Tell me, please.
the truth is that I like it here, Zacharias. I've done well for myself on my own. And your father, he has his domain to look after. The feelings he once had for me, feelings we shared, they fade with time. You'll understand someday.
No, I won't be understanding anything of the sort. Father still loves you, I'm sure of it. And he owes you an apology, damn it. I cannot make amends with you on his behalf. Something only you can do together.
What do you mean he still loves me, Zacharias? How would you know?
Because I'm his blasted son, that's how I know. But trust me isn't ever good enough, I know that too. I'll prove it to you, Mother. Just you wait and see.
Oh, you're fading, son. You don't need to prove anything to me. Please don't do anything rash. All of us made our choices. Now we have to live with them. Isn't it enough to know that I'm safe? That I'm content to be alone?
No, it's not enough for me because this blasted family, it cannot just keep hiding from its problems, running from them. We're stuck with one another. We have to do everything we can for one another.
Oh my...
Piękne słowa, co? Aż mnie pokrzepiły.
We have to.
Thus has the prince again persuaded fearsome Cerberus to get out of his way.
Bye for now.
Cerber pokonany. Ponownie.
Have to do this.
Nie, jesteśmy zbyt silni. Zbyt silni jesteśmy. Przykro mi, panie Hadesie, ale... No... Teraz czuję się zbyt potężny. Zbyt potężny jeszcze.
You still don't understand.
I have done virtually everything within my power to prevent this. All of it. For nothing. The fates were not content to saddle me within the earth. They mock me still.
Maybe they just think you're in the wrong, and that you're an obstinate, overbearing, and miserable excuse for a husband and father. Don't you understand I'm trying to fix the problems you caused, since you're so unwilling to do it yourself?
was unwilling. I made my choices in all this. I loved her, yes. I loved her terribly. But now, it seems I'm merely delaying the inevitable. Go then. Go to her. But should harm befall her, I shall bring my worst wrath upon whomever is to blame, including you.
Kurde, co tu się stało właśnie? Oh shit, co?
What? You're letting me go just like that? You're just afraid of getting struck down again. You're serious.
Go. Before I reconsider.
Co? Co? O mój Boże, coś na pewno się stanie i on będzie miał rację. Już to czuję w kościach od początku. Nie wierzę w to, przepuścił nas po prostu. Pierwszy raz. Co? Holy shit, coś złego się wydarzy. Mówię wam. Coś złego się wydarzy, odkryją. Odkryje to Olimp. Ja już to czuję. Coś złego się wydarzy. Mówię wam. Nie ma jej.
Zagreus,
Ej, Jezus, już się przestraszyłem. Już serce skoczyło.
Mother, wait. What is all this?
oh Zagreus, I almost missed you. Truthfully, I hoped that I could make it a surprise.
Co?
Make what a surprise?
My arrival. I'm going to your home, to Cerberus.
What?
Your
No way.
You're... Really? Mother, you're serious?
I am. Now, if you could just help me pack up my remaining things. Only a few loose odds I'm bringing, just in case. If we hurry, maybe you could join me, rather than return the customary way. Not something a mother ever wants to see.
No way.
But wait, how are you going to get back? I hadn't thought that far ahead.
Pakowana torba, to o to chodziło.
Just so happens I know somebody who can give us a ride.
Baron?
Charon?
No way! Siema!
Doubtless he has pressing matters to attend to. So let's not...
No way!
Come on then.
What? No way!
I'm still alive. But how?
What?
You're on the River Styx. No longer in the mortal realm entirely.
I can't believe that this is happening.
I know. My heart is racing. Nothing like a river journey to remind oneself that there's no turning back.
Seriously. Though even after all of this, it's like we only just met. I have so many questions for you still.
We'll have plenty of time for them, I think. For now, best we keep quiet. Pretend we're just a couple of dead souls on their final voyage.
Nie mogę w to uwierzyć. Patrzcie tutaj. Normalnie Haron wziął i lecimy. No way. Czego jest taka muzyka?
Wait, isn't this Eurydice and Orpheus?
Gdzie?
Snow everywhere.
A że tu muzyka, tak? No fucking way. Przeszliśmy grę. LOL. Okej. Też myślałem, że będzie jakiś plot twist. Kurde. Ale ja chcę zobaczyć Hadesa reakcję, tam jeszcze nie wszystko zostało odkryte. Co jest grane? O kurde. O, jest Elysium. Ale jaja, że nam się to udało. Ją sprowadzić tu z powrotem. Patrzcie, oglądają nas. Może moja fanka gdzieś tu będzie, co? Z Elysium, ta. Z areny, co? Na czerwono. Ty! Tu? Może co? Nie. Nie. Nie ma naszej fanki, niestety. Jest asfodel. Ale ciekawe, czy teraz jak mogę tu jeszcze grać na tym? Ciekawe. Mogę jeszcze uciekać, ale co będę robił? Tak chyba już nie ma sensu w ogóle to, nie? Może bym teraz Olim bym odwiedził rzeczywiście? Dałbym im znać, że siemano, przyszedłem do was? Ej, co? Wątpię. Dobra, już jesteśmy prawie na miejscu. Czy to się skończy? Jakoś? Jeszcze? Jakoś ciągle mam nadzieję, że coś tu jeszcze zobaczę. Bo już docieramy. Przepłynęliśmy asfodel i już jesteśmy praktycznie na miejscu, nie? Teraz będziemy. No, dedykujemy Hadesza naszej bliskiej rodzinie i przyjaciołom, włączając. Patrzcie, ile tutaj ludu. No, uwaga. Jesteśmy.
We're here.
We're here.
Okej.
This is embarrassing, but I don't know the way to get back in. Except, you know, the customary way.
No tak.
Quite all right. I do. In the name of Persephone the Queen, open the gates.
LOL. No way. Tworzą. Ja. Kam. Co tu będzie? Co tu będzie? Pokażcie. Chcę zobaczyć. Hadesa minę. Co się stanie?
I spent many
Gdzie my
days
jesteśmy?
tending this garden. Or nights? Quite difficult to tell the time here. But it's held on longer than I would have expected.
O! No way! Patrzcie to. Ojej.
Persephone.
No.
Cerberus, I missed you so. And dutiful as ever, aren't you?
Hadesa. Do Cerbera najpierw.
I'm sorry. Know that I am sorry.
Patrzcie, jaka ta miniaturka tutaj jego. Knięte oczy, smutek. Jak nie on.
Hades, you look tired. Though I am not the only one you ought to be apologizing to.
I know. I know why. Why have you returned? If Olympus, if your mother discovers what happened, not even Zeus, not even he could stop what would transpire here.
Oh, I have a thought or two about how we can settle that. Though I shall need for you and Zagreus to cooperate with me on a solution.
O!
Or, if you'd rather, I could just return the way I came.
A solution? What, do you intend to have them over for ambrosia? Not even you can fix a broken family, Persephone.
Ja mam ambrozję.
You're right, Hades. I can't. Certainly not by myself. So are you going to help me or what?
I would do anything that you would ask of me.
Then first, talk to your son.
O, ale jaja. Mother and father situation, ha?
Zagreus, you have already met Persephone, our queen. I expect for you to show deference to her at all times.
Oh, shit, boy.
Wow, Father, you called me by my name. What is this strange sensation that I feel? Perhaps it's this deference of which you speak.
Oh, stop it, both of you! Don't make me regret this, Hades. Speak honestly with him. About yourself, not me. Go on.
Yes, Zagreus. I know there have been times when I've let my mood reflect on you. I showed very little patience. Questioned your judgment, often when my own was flawed. Thus, I apologize to you, my son. I have no excuses, and I ask no forgiveness.
What about the part where you lied to me about Mother? Do you apologize for that? Your foul moods and venting them on me. I've long since come to expect that from you, and I resented you for it. But I always thought you're honest.
Your mother did not come here willingly when we originally met. When she left, believing you were stillborn, her decision was final. I believed that she was better off without the lot of us, Olympus included. Deceiving both of you. It tore against my being, but it needed to be done.
Well, you didn't need to vent all that inner turmoil onto me throughout my life. Though, I think I understand. I only wish I could have understood sooner. So, what now? I've grown so used to ransacking your domain, I think I'm really going to miss it.
No.
About that. Your ransacking revealed many flaws in our security. The types that never get into reports. Our reputation rides on there being no escape from here. Would you keep trying to break free
O, z chęcią.
for my sake, but for this realm, for
Chęcią.
the queen?
For the queen.
Zagreus, if you keep fighting out of here, it shall help keep appearances that everything is as it always was.
No, to prawda. To prawda.
Question, Father. Let's say I accept. When next I reach the surface, is it still going to be you waiting up there?
O, dobre pytanie.
Ah, boy. If you think for an instant that I shall go easier on you because of this, you'll soon learn otherwise.
Uuu.
So I just battle to the surface and repeatedly kill my own father then?
You have it half correct.
Perhaps you'll also tend to my little cottage while you're in the area. The garden doesn't take much care at all. I'd like to keep the place in decent shape, in case I cannot suffer this for long.
Well, I guess I'll see what I can do.
A co z tymi bogami, ej? Co im będziemy mówić? Jak będziemy wychodzić bez końca?
Just do the best you can. And clearly I've work to do as well. We have a lot of it ahead of us, I'd say. So, shall we get started then?
Myślałem, że ich odwiedzimy też jakoś, nie? Żeby im wcisnąć tam, że w końcu się udało coś, czy co?
Thus was Hades, feared ruler of the dead, reunited with his long-lost bride, Persephone, the queen. And together with their firstborn son, Prince Zagreus, they would go on to reign eternally beneath the earth.
Jak to pociesznie Cerber wygląda.
The queen's return marked an occasion of enthusiastic joy, so much as possible in that dark, gloom-filled realm of the dead. And even after all this time, it was never to see what transpired there in the underworld.
After all this time, it's only been a few days. It's been good. We've all been back together, made some new friends, spent some
Nice. A co jest tutaj zatem? Bum. Królowa wróci.